treasure gold.
Buenos tardes and good afternoon, Costa Rica and my fellow Ticos. First of all, to the honorable blockchain jungle founders, visionaries, builders, and investors, thank you for your invitation. I stand here not representing just an institution, the African Union, but its 1.4 billion members, BNL worldwide, and its group of investors, and Dr. Shisho, a fellow economist and lover of all peoples. We're here, first of all, to thank you all for your sacrifice and your visions of what you're producing. About 10 years ago, the African Free Trade Agreement wanted to do exactly what you're all doing here today. Unfortunately, the technology wasn't there. They created the Pan-African Payment Settlement System, known as PAPAS. And once again, the idea was to be able to have a borderless trade financial system that would unify the entire continent of Africa. What was missing was the technology. We were able to sign a memorandum of understanding with the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we were able to form an alliance with Splendor and Tender, which we believe is going to finally make our vision reality, where Africa is open for business, where it becomes an Africa's digital awakening. I'm going to try to get this to work. There we go. So Africa integrating a trade for growth, revolutionizing payment system, and embracing a digital revolution. This was done by Splendor's unique X402 software that's going to be able to finally be able to do micro trades, which will be able to let us trade with one another within not just weeks, not just days, but within milliseconds. Our payment protocol, AI native architecture, and scalable micro transitions are what's going to make all that possible, as I just discussed. And again, listening to what everybody here has shown has really opened my eyes about how the world is connected as one. And that's what we find quite interesting. By monetizing the AI services in micro transitions, it's going to be able to hyper leverage our ability in ways that probably most of us can't even imagine. It'll open up not just trade within Africa, but actually through the world and through systems that we see here today. I'm going to let the doctor, who's our economist, give us a background on exactly what the future of Africa is and how the connectivity will change the way we work, trade, and commerce.
Hello. Every time we have conferences like this and we talk about digital economy, everybody is invited. Only one actor sometimes missing. And the one actor is often missing is Africa. Probably they don't know to who to send the invitation, but let me tell you a few things about the importance of Africa in the digital economy. One of the first things important is to know that by 2015, 1 person out of 4 is an African by the population. This is what means. We count like this second row, 1, 2, 3. Instead of you say 4, you say African. By then, Africa will be outpacing everybody in terms of the population. So if you are doing digital economy, you know that your big consumer are in Africa. If you want to make money out of it. Why? Because you have almost 70% of the population being youth, young people. And you know that young people, they are really good at dealing with new technology. Sometimes you don't even need to teach them. They just take the gadget, they start flipping. They are. Actually, FinTech, EdTech, healthcare is going to Africa, change the economy. And here again, we are talking about big population you have to serve. And by this time, the African Union is creating or already have creating a single market, which is by now the biggest integrated market compared to European Union or any other you have. So with all this good structuration of the economy, digital economy have its future in Africa. So that's on the side of the market. But let's also look at the material or what we need to power the digital economy. I know for renewable energy, you need cobalt, right? You need copper, right? You need what they call the 3T. That goes mostly in your telephone. The biggest supplier of this mineral is Africa. The country where I am from, the Congo DRC, provide 70% of cobalt and copper to the entire world. Which means, as we are talking about digital economy, we need such a partner at the table. So let me tell you a little bit about Congo DRC. A lot of things changed in the country. We have a very dynamic governance, and I had to become a consultant and advisor to the foreign trade minister. He's opening up to organizations like FinTech, like yours, wherever you serve, to bring you to a partnership so you can have access to those minerals. You can also have access to the markets. It happened to be that my friend here have been selected as one of the leading partners who will be going to Congo in a few weeks to meet the government to seal the deals. If you want to be part of it, just see me after the meeting. Yes, we know that when you talk about Africa and you talk about Congo DRC, you have challenges. Connectivity is difficult. That's true. Electricity is a luxury. That's true. Infrastructure does not exist as you wish to see it. But guess what? Instead of to consider that as a challenge, consider that as an opportunity for markets. You move in, you fix it, you make your money. Who doesn't want to make money? Why are we here? We want to learn how to make money through digital economy. And here you have a country who's presenting you tons and tons of opportunity to move in and to do that. But we would like to see for Africa, and especially for Congo, people like you here who are savvy in digital economy to be investors, to choose market where you can be a pioneer, to choose the market where you can also transfer technology through education. But we also need investors who do a partnership with the local government so they can get in those markets where they help with the infrastructure, where they can build data center, where they can go in the mining and digitize it so that we don't have to kill too many people to have access to the mineral, but we have to do it responsibly. Let me tell you that the future of digital economy cannot go by itself, but with Africa. As we meet, as we think, as we plan, let's count on this actor who does not only consume it, but also participate with his younger population and the big market they can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Well, you've heard a lot of information, but we all know that we're standing here and the world's changing, and you're a big part of that.
My sorrow into treasure gold.